In order for a successful math workshop, you need a solid structure. It is important for students to know and understand your expectations. So, the first part of this is classroom arrangement or the physical setup of the room. It needs to be addressed. While you may not have the largest room or newest resources, make the most of what you have. There are three key places to identify when arranging your room for math workshop. Number one, you need a place to meet with the whole class. This is so that you can do your mental math, your number routine, your number talks, or even retrieval practice. Whole class discussions are key for students to believe that they have a sense of belonging to a learning community in the math workshop. The second part is that you need approximate places for students to meet in small groups. These are called learning stations. With this, students will usually have at least one partner or be in small groups of 3 to 4 other students. Have your materials organized, accessible, and labeled for students. The third thing is that you need a place for the teacher to meet with a small group of students or a time spent for guided math. This is something that will continually drive your practice. And as mentioned before, it's really important to have organized and accessible space for your math manipulatives with clear labels. It doesn't have to be fancy, but the children need to know and be taught where these materials are and how to put them away. The second part is routines and procedures. Students need to know, what can I do? They need to be given clear expectations about their options. You need to decide on how you will do that. Will it be a choice management system? Will it be math menus in the form of a choice board? Or must do, can do? That's just to name a few. There are other options. It's important to co-construct anchor charts for expectations with students, like where can they go? Who can they work with? What if I have a question? What do I do when I'm finished? Make sure you go slow to go fast. Don't try to change everything at once. Take the time to establish systems and routines. And you can do this with anchor charts. And you can also do this with practicing and using that gradual release of responsibility. The last part of a successful math workshop is building a mathematics community. This really focuses on the how and the why. A math community is one where students are willing to take risks, share their thinking, and feel that being wrong in front of one another is okay. It is also being open to various perspectives from their peers. Developing this community is an ongoing process.